Oh, hello there. It's so rare to get visitors these days. Welcome to Tabletop Tavern, where we tell you the most amazing stories of heroes of old. But first, before I get to that, head over to our sponsor, onlycrits.com. If you use the code Tabletop Tavern, or one word, at checkout, you'll get a pricey discount. I hope you enjoy that. Also, don't forget to follow us on our many social media platforms. Links in the description below. So how about you sit back, grab a tank of it, and relax with us here on Tabletop Tavern. And, this actually reminds me of the time when... What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Legacies, Tales from Arundess. Whoop, whoop. So glad to have you back. I know this is not our usual scheduled day, but it is Veterans Day. And joining me today, I have a group of the most amazing people I have ever had the pleasure of serving with. And this is going to be a crazy offshoot campaign of Legacies. We've got Freeboard joining us today, and three new faces who are hopefully going to lighten up your Friday. And maybe Jared, the Gandalf Jedi Wizard Master Ranger, won't get murked in the first 30 seconds because of actions from a previous campaign. Who knows? We'll see. Let's roll right on into this. Freeboard, you and the group had just recently made your way to try and fix a curse. The green hag who had been doing this curse managed to escape into the forest, but you all retrieved a small, almost like a voodoo doll, to which you and the group were returning to Lord Maxis in Mitondale. Now, on the way back, it was decided that the rest of the group, Kuroto, Doolin, and Deanna, would head to go see Lord Maxis, while you went to go deal with a certain tavern keeper who was upset that you had left him high and dry. So we're picking up our story with you arriving outside of the tavern called the Gray Cup. And it is not exactly the pinnacle of tavern amazingness like sixes and sevens, but it's a little run down, but not like in complete disarray. Inside you can hear lots of people are talking and chatting, and there seems to be some music going and all of that. Just normal tavern stuff in a rather unscrupulous part of the city of Mitondale.
I think Wakefield's frozen.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out my video.
Oh, no.
Technology.
So, Freeboard, what are you doing?
I think this actually plays pretty well for Freeboard. I don't remember the barkeeper's name. So I'm going to kind of stroll up in there, immediately going up to the bar, looking for said bartender, but barely really remembering who he even looks like. Just being like, slapping my hand down on there and being like, hey, I'm here to play for one of y'all.
Oh, finally you show up. Great. Only 3 days late. I've already scheduled someone to come in.
I don't even remember agreeing to a day, just that I owed you. And you can take whoever you have signed up tonight, just kick them out the door because they're never going to be better than me.
No, absolutely not.
Hey, ask anybody in this bar, and I bet they've heard of Freeboard. Guarantee it.
Oh, I'm sure they have. However, I'm sure they've heard of tonight's entertainment far more than your name.
Well, who you got?
Why don't you just have yourself a seat? The show will begin soon enough.
All right. And I'll take a seat next to the bartender immediately.
All right. As you sit down and begin surveying the rest of the tavern, you can see that there's a bunch of people that you've seen around Mitondale. They just, normal, common folk that like to throw coins at you every now and again. No crazy cat ladies this time, but there's a few new people. They're wearing different clothing than you normally see. Very clearly, they are, let's call them mercenaries or adventurers for hire, sitting around wearing leather armor, studded leather, plate mail, all the stuff. But there are a few that really stand out because, DM caveat. So let's take a moment to have these people who really stand out kind of describe their characters. So let us start with Lothar. Can you describe your character, Lothar?
I like drinking. I like killing. And I want my gold back. I'm about 6'2", chiseled like a Roman god. But I'm really fat.
That is such a detailed, very specific. All right, and then also sitting in this tavern, I'm not going to continue pronouncing that massively long name, so we'll call you by your character's name. You have Nordit.
Can I just describe myself?
Yeah.
I'm a ranger. I'm strong. I'm dexterous. I'm stealthy. And I'm 6'3" and more chiseled. And I actually have the gold.
More chiseled. He's got a 10-pack.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. Lothar, you're probably just going to have to, unfortunately, leave out of the room altogether and just come back. Use the link to come back. That way it resets everything.
Okay.
I'll watch for you, though. And
Okay.
while he's doing that, we have our final player who is quite a bit different than the two chiseled Roman gods, I imagine. But let's take a look at Revan. What does Revan look like?
All right, so Revan is a tiefling, a reddish pinkish skin, dark jet black hair, about 5'10" height with a slim build, kind of slender. They're wearing very fine light armor, but it doesn't look like it's seen much action. And they don't seem like they're in place in this tavern, but you could tell that they're living for all of the drama. And that whole conversation that was happening between the bard and the barkeep, he was definitely eavesdropping. So just someone that revels in that drama is basically what you're seeing. Always kind of having a sideways smile on here for the bullshit, not the coin. Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Oh.
That's all right.
All right.
Okay. And so taking in this view, a few of the workers, the waitresses and tavern keeper himself, everybody begins going around turning down all of the gas lights that adorn this tavern. Just really dimming the place down, except for a stage, which is at the far end of the building itself. It stands about 4 feet high. So like people start gathering around it. Most of them, you see that they're very dingy. They've got like coal and things like that. It's very clear that they are local miners, working, retrieving coal and things like that. And they begin surrounding the stage. And as all the lights dim down, you hear what sounds like tap dancing shoes kind of start clicking and clacking as the person comes out onto the stage. Her back is turned to you, but she's wearing like one of those dresses that you would see in the Wild West, with like the corset on the outside kind of thing. And she kind of dances her way out. And as she does, you see that there's like little spurts of fire that appear on the stage as she walks out, but then immediately go out. Like she's not setting the place on fire or anything. And as she turns around, she kind of lifts her dress up a little bit, showing only about up to mid-thigh. She's got like fishnets on and everything. And all the miners just start losing their minds. They're like throwing the gold up on the stage. And somebody gives her an introduction. It says, "Everyone, welcome for this evening, Lilani Montez." And as the music begins to play, she starts dancing around. She's cracking a whip, just barding it up. And all of you get bardic inspiration from watching this performance. It goes on for 3 or 4 songs, and then she kind of heads back off stage, and everything quiets back down. They turn the gas lights back up. People go back to, the low din of everyone talking. And at this point, you all are free to do as you please. Now, I will say, though, real quick, the three peoples here, Lothar, Revan, and Nordit, all 3 of you noticed a very unusual person who had come in. Now, Revan, you were eavesdropping, so you know. But you see that there was a tabaxi speaking with the bartender, and then kind of got like dejected a little bit. And now she's just kind of sitting there almost drooling at the performer on the stage.
So does that ring true, Sarah? Does your character like
jaw to the floor, like I'm head over heels. My eyes are sparkling.
Okay, so I'm kind of watching this tabaxi that was supposed to perform as I was eavesdropping. And I go like, a normal bard may be a bit jealous that they were upstage, not even upstage, but simply replaced. As I like swirl my drink.
I can see it too. I can see it.
And you say that you could do better, but I noticed that you weren't really even tapping on beat. Is that normal for you?
So I kind of have to get my jaw up off the floor, maybe wipe my face a little bit because I was 100% drooling. And who might you be?
Oh, Revan Bright. I would shake your hand, but it looks unwashed.
Oh my god.
I don't think you're from around here, are you? Revan Bright.
No, just passing through. I'm a man of the world.
Oh.
But as much traveling as I've done, I have heard of your name and would love to see an encore.
You hear that, bartender? Even somebody from out of town has heard my name. Mind you, you did replace me, but I'm not mad because I just met the love of my life.
I think you might have to fight off all those miners first.
Or the 2 big chiseled gods standing in the corner oafishly.
I don't know. The way they look, they might be into each other. I don't know.
They do seem to be eyeing each other up and kind of puffing.
They're both just like chest out, like.
Sup, Lothar?
He says as he's like flexing. The beach is that way.
So, Revan, do you know those 2 chiseled dudes over there?
No, but they are hard to miss.
Yeah. I think one of them has a 10-pack. Oh my god.
How are they shining in dim light?
Glitter.
Yeah. So much body glitter.
So
I'm gonna kind of drape my arm over on Revan as long as he allows us. Kind of pull him over towards the other two, just because they seem real fun with their chiseled bodies.
seems like a good time. I go to like try to put my arm around one of them. Like, hey, what are you drinking, Lothar?
The finest stout.
Now that is what I'm talking about. Can we get another round over here, barkeep?
Another round. Bring them up.
I'll take
Who's
a
got the
cider.
goal?
I'll take. I like him. I'm kicking him in the knee right now.
Don't know why. I just don't like you.
I mean, both of you guys' cups seem rather light. I mean, who's drank more than the other?
I don't know.
Definitely me. I've got the bigger cup,
Oh.
and I've already brought up the story of Lothar's sister, and he's upset.
The first chance I get, I'm killing him.
It's not about the size of the cup, man.
It's massive, the size of my head. One drink would kill a lesser man.
Sounds like a challenge, Lothar. Are you going to let that pass?
I'm definitely challenging to that one.
Then how about a wager?
People start like backing up. Like this is gonna end very poorly.
I want all the gold in his pocket.
How about a wager of some gold for whoever can win a drinking contest?
I'm down with that.
Let's do it.
Obviously, if he's not too scared.
Ooh. You two
Well,
aren't
I've
around.
got some gold to spare, even if I lose.
Yeah. So,
Well, no. Stolen, not you.
yeah. I'll kind of lean over to Freeboard. I'm like, how about you get the crowd over here and get some bets going, and let's see if we can earn some coin out of these two lugheads.
Sounds great. I like where your head's at, Revan.
These two lunkheads, I like it. So they begin setting up the bar for a drinking contest. And basically they just bring over like a mini keg so that you all can just fill it at the table. And the bartender gets everything all set up. The crowd starts placing bets. We'll say that the bet is 1 gold against who's gonna win. And then we'll just have you guys start a drinking contest real quick. So as you both begin downing whatever this drink is, I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws. And don't forget, you do have your Bardic Inspiration, so you can roll an extra D6 and add it to your roll if you feel like it's too low.
You said inspiration, right?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Ooh. Wait, were we supposed to bring a dice to this or some dice?
Well,
That part I did not think about.
good point. You can get you can do like a dice app on your phone if you'd like.
I would offer to roll for you, but if you guys remember how my rolls went, I don't know if you want.
That is true.
I mean, yeah, I can roll for you on camera if you'd like.
Just
While
yell
you
their name
download.
first. That's all you gotta do.
Just
Yell their
D20,
name
right?
first, and it'll be high. Yep, just roll a d20, and then you're gonna add whatever your Constitution save is. So let me see here.
All right, I'm getting an app right now.
So for Nordit, you're gonna get a +4 to your roll. And then Lothar. What? This is
Oh
gonna
my
be fun.
Lothar gets a +6.
+6.
Yep.
Suck it, loser.
So this is all going to come down to the dice roll.
So a
The
D20
die roll.
and start.
I got a 12.
Okay.
And stop.
What'd you get?
Oh no, my camera's having a rave.
7.
7.
Will you get +6? Was that 13?
I have 13.
I win.
I hate him. I hate him.
All right. So at this point, Lothar, you both finish your glass. You slam them down on the table. Lothar, you feel it a little bit. Not super terrible, but you definitely feel it a little bit. So you can, on your next roll, you're going to take a -2 to your roll. So go ahead and both of you roll it again. Add in your modifiers and
Could I mage hand Jared's cup to tilt more and give him disadvantage?
And stop.
I got a 6. So +4, I got 10.
okay.
I'm so screwed. I got a 3.
Jeez,
I
mate.
got 7.
So you mage hand that cup, and for everything that you're trying to do, Nordic just keeps up, just gulp, gulp, gulp. And at this point, Lothar, you're feeling tipsy. If you were to fail one more time, you would be completely drunk.
Yes. I give that one.
So do you want to concede or do you want to drink one more time?
I'm going to concede. Respectfully.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
You changed.
I don't-
You are not the same person. It's a doppelganger. All right.
I'll take the win and more gold.
I hate you.
Oh my gosh. So through all the people in the bar who bet and everything, 190 gold is what went to Nordit for winning.
Damn.
I'll take a. Can I get my
Yeah,
little cut out of that? Yeah, we set it up.
We orchestrated it. So
And the thing is, he's not knowing what he's getting. No.
yeah, like they gave us the money, right? Because we kind of orchestrated it.
Yep.
Okay. I think we could split 100 and he could get the. You said 190 or 160?
I wouldn't do it.
190.
I wouldn't do it.
So he can get 90 and we could split 50. How about
I wouldn't
that?
do it.
Yeah, 75 to you since this was your idea.
No, I insist. I don't need the money. This is more for fun. This is some throwaway
For
cash.
fun.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
What's up, Adam? Thank you for tuning in, checking it out. So after the drinking contest is over and things kind of calm down, the miners begin heading out, going back to their duties in the shafts below the earth. And as they do, Lilani Montez comes out from backstage. She's dressed much differently now, much more modest. And as she's proceeding towards the bar to get herself a drink from the evening, she takes one look at Freeboard. Oh, hello, sucks to be Sam. Thank you. She proceeds to head directly over to Freeboard and says, Oh, I've seen your posters all over town. You're Freeboard, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I give Freeboard a little nudge. Just come on.
Yeah.
Is what Freeboard thinks she said. But what she actually said was, No, I'm just picking on you. Anyway, so she says, I've heard so many great things about you. I hate to be so bold, but I was wondering if you might be able to help me out. I'd be forever in your favor.
Anything for you. I mean, yeah.
I like to envision that all three of the others have like all got together on the other side of the table, like shoulder to shoulder, and they're just like,
I mean, yeah. What can we do for you, or what could I do for you?
so once I was able to travel and put on my performances as I wished. And then something terrible happened. I got tricked in a game of chance, and now I am a piece of property to one of the noble houses here in Might Dale. But I have discovered a way that I might buy my freedom. Unfortunately, I cannot do it myself.
Who is this noble person, first of all, that would ever have you as property, Leilani? And then second, how do we buy your freedom?
Would I have kind of knowledge of this? Because I'm like of noble background, so would I know if like this is standard or if there's like a specific kind of?
So this is absolutely something that the nobles do, because they think that they pretty much run everything. Like they can do whatever they want. See, there you go.
Yeah.
I am. I hate saying this. I belong to House Velis. And at this point, saying that out loud, Revan, you can make a uno momento. Get the skills, because I keep saying Pathfinder skills.
Yeah.
And this is definitely Dungeons and Dragons. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Got it. So I get a +2. 17.
Okay, so in the grand scheme of how things work, Lord Velis is the brother. I think the brother. Uno momento. Yes, Lord Velis is the brother of King Mighton, second in line to the throne. But what is weird is that Velis has had children, but there is no record of who the mother was. At this current point in time, we are at Velis the Sixth, and
Damn.
there's never been a wife. There's never been a mother. It's just been Lord Velis this whole time.
Okay, so it's Lord Velis, 6 children, no mothers to really of note that we know of. And he's second in line to the throne?
Well, he was.
Was.
King Mighton has had many children since then. So it's kind of one of those things like if a bunch of people died, Velis would take over.
Okay, yeah, so he's further down. All right. Cool. So, I don't know if I would volunteer that information.
Think about it like this. This would be the easier way to describe it. So imagine the family tree. You've got the 2 parents, King Mighton and Velis. King Mighton, normal family tree. Husband, wife, combo, non-binary, it all branches off normally. Velis goes straight down. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's been 6 generations. No mother, no wife, no husband, no nothing. Just straight down.
That's incredible.
That don't add up.
Sounds
Right?
a little southern to me.
It's not a family tree; it's a family vine.
Okay. I think I know the information. I don't know if Retton would like just kind of vomit that out mid conversation. I think he's just kind of like, all right. So that's who we're dealing with. Do I know if this is something that he does like for fun and kind of like that, or if it's actually something for profit?
So it's more of a issue of collecting. It seems like a lot of the nobles in this city like to collect oddities. Kind of like two people one-upping each other over what size cup they have. They kind of one-up each other over who has the better things in the collection.
So they would like compare bards. So he's like, I have this bard, and then the other person would be like, oh, but my bard can
Theoretically.
do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So she's saying she's owned by Lord Velis. Got it. Does she like stop talking there? That's basically been it.
Yeah, she's just waiting to see
Okay.
if you
About
want to
how
accept
long?
or...
Yeah, I'll be like, how long have you been indentured?
Only a couple of months, thankfully.
Okay. So you're still quite new to being indentured. So you're still kind of a prize piece. That's going to be hard to kind of negotiate that away from somebody.
Not with the item that I happen to know he really, really wants.
Oh, do tell. I
What's
love
this?
items.
What's this item?
I want this item. I mean, yeah.
North of Mighton Dale, there is a small area of ruins of an elven village that once was quite predominant before Mighton Dale was constructed. The name of the village was Esnori. They were rumored to be the absolute best in the land at their pottery, making one-of-a-kind pieces that unfortunately have all been lost to time except for this one urn that I happen to know exists there.
He just wants an urn. Like
What's with this urn?
we can make an urn right now. We can make an urn right now for you, Leilani.
This urn is approximately 2,000 years old and is of the finest elven craftsmanship that has ever existed. And unfortunately, that level of craftsmanship no longer exists. Any facsimile would be discovered right away.
I
love it.
So, how much is this urn worth?
Well, that's just it. Obviously, for me, it's worth my freedom. But I'm sure that for something so rare, you'd be able to negotiate with him any price that you really wish.
Yeah. Okay. So
if there is one thing that I can tell you about him, is that he has absolutely no shortage of gold and platinum at his disposal.
Yeah. Oh.
Where's this gold at?
Children in the tavern get their first mead for free. That's how you get them.
Do you have somewhere safe to stay, though, if we go and get this urn?
Oh, I'm quite safe as long as he does not think I'm conspiring against him.
All right. Fair. Well, I am most definitely down to go get this urn from as Nori, that village that you spoke of. What about you, three gents? I know we haven't known each other for a whole long time, but it sounds like gold's in it.
Yeah. I'm always looking to add to my stockpile.
You know, making dealings with another house could be fortuitous for me, so I'm also in on this endeavor.
Let's do it.
All right. So, do you know where the... Uh-oh.
All right. That was cool. Let's get everybody back here.
It's
Not
like,
sure what that was all about.
we lost our DM.
I was like, oh no.
Dad,
It was
come back.
My camera started like raving out and then nothing.
Oh.
So could be.
Yeah, so you said, is the urn still at this village? This Asori village?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you have a map or a location? And how about did you hear of where this urn was? Do other people know?
I heard of it through our bardic channels. There may be somebody else heading there to try and get it for themselves. That is why I decided to approach Freeboard. I would like to get it first. As you can imagine, my freedom is a little bit more important to me than another bard getting rich.
Yeah, so you must either be incredibly desperate, or Freeboard has a reputation for being above board.
I see what you did there.
Revan, come on. We got so much gold together. Keep your sharpness.
Me?
What?
I'm trying to hold Lothar up as they're kind of... It takes my whole body weight to like stop them just from leaning.
But I'll have you know, me and my other companions, my friends, we're pretty great together. And so, yeah, we have made a good reputation for ourselves. You can ask Lord Maxis if you know him in town.
All right. I was thinking about popping by and visiting him on my way through, but I have heard relatively good things about your group, but not necessarily doing jobs for free, which is what this one seems to be.
It's not free for me.
Well, we'll find something along the way, I'm sure. If anything, it's good for a favor from, the houses. So.
True dat.
I'm in it for the money, so let's do it.
It totally went over his head that no money's been exchanged. He probably thinks the 90 from the drinking contest.
I'm still drunk.
All right, so I think, do we just kind of pack up and make our way there? I'm traveling light. I don't know if anyone else needs to grab anything.
I'm also
walking out.
Oh yeah. Well, before I walk out with them, I'm gonna take a necklace off of me and hand it over to Leilani and be like, kind of grab her hand as I do so, and we'll be back with that urn. And then go out the door.
And then Norda asked if Leilana has a sister.
You know what, chat? Let me get a D20 roll! Exclamation point D20. We'll see if Leilani does have a sister.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
All
16.
Right, so
Chat.
who's pushing Lothar in the wheelbarrow?
Well, maybe
I'll push him. I got you, buddy.
I don't know if I'm big enough for that.
7 versus my 2. Leilani kind of looks at you sideways and goes, Yes, do you know her?
I don't know her. I've heard of her and her great reputation.
Strange, she never left the farm where we grew up.
Only the reputation her sister talks about of how amazing she is. Her work with the others on the farm.
Somebody needs
Revan,
to Nord it.
Yeah, Revan kind of comes up and is like, Nordit, I think what he's saying is when we get you back to your family, we would love to meet them.
Leilani looks very confused as you all head out on your adventure. It does not take any time at all to reach the area where Leilani had told you to head to. It's actually very, very close to the shoreline. You can hear not far away in this wide field that you're in, you can hear the lapping of waves hitting the beach as you approach an area that, it's mostly low grass, but there's a few taller weeds here and there, which surround rubble that are kind of spread out. Now, everybody can roll an investigation check to try and locate this urn or some indication of where it might be.
11.
You said investigation?
Yep.
Do we have a plus for that?
I definitely do not, but I'm gonna try anyways. An 8.
I got a 6.
Let's see. Investigation for Nordit, you get a +3.
Ooh, so I got
nice.
9.
Cool. And then Lothar?
You're
I
muted.
muted.
3.
Damn.
Terrible.
So my 11 is what we're going off of.
Basically, all of you are standing amongst all this ruins and just grass and whatnot, looking around at each other, looking just off in the distance. You don't see anything that could even remotely resemble an urn or a staircase or anything.
Okay.
Are we
I'm
in?
gonna pick up a bowling ball sized boulder and roll it across the ground just to hear a difference in the ground. Like maybe there's a door going into the ground or something, like a hatch.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll basically a dexterity. You know what? Let's do an athletics check because you're bowling.
Okay, I can do that.
And then for your athletics, you get a +2 to your roll.
Yeah. +2, that totals out to 5.
Damn.
So you grab this boulder and you've got this idea in your head, you rear back to roll it, and it just shoots straight up in the air and then slams down in front of you. It's just
all right. I'm just kind of watching this, and Revan definitely has a parasol, just maybe smoking. All right.
Of course you would.
And I think, being well traveled, kind of knowing how cities lay out, I think maybe I can make an insight roll to maybe see, kind of looking at these runes, what the city would have looked like and where a prized urn like that may have survived or been kept.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
That was a pretty gnarly throw, man.
His face.
It was a 2. Man, these elves couldn't build a city.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh. So Revan is like going off on this investigation tangent, looking like a forensic scientist. And after about 5 minutes, it's just like,
Yeah, like I think he kind of like gets tunnel visioned of like, why would you put the tavern on the docks? Like, who does that? Like, it just kind of tunnel visions on what he perceives to be a problem with their city planning. Like, no wonder the city's in ruins.
Can I start poking around like certain ruins that are close by us? Just like in that sense, just I don't know, getting into whatever is around us or seeing if I hear anybody close by. Possibly.
yeah, you can go ahead and roll another investigation since you're trying to be a little bit more active about it. Lothar, what are you doing while all of this chaos is happening?
Drinking.
You can buy them. You can buy a tree. I'm looking for like a bookcase or a something of that nature within the area.
Okay.
What I'm looking for.
All right. So while you're searching for that, Freeboard, what'd you get?
13.
13. That's pretty good. You do notice that there are, some leftover runes, elven calligraphy and whatnot on some of the ruined stones. They don't seem to indicate anything important or pertinent to what you're trying to do. But you definitely see that this culture was much older than just 2,000 years. Like this city seems to be in the realm of 6,000 or so years old. So what caused its downfall is kind of unknown. Now, Lothar, for your roll, or what I rolled against you as your challenge, I guess.
Yes.
You are searching in the ruins. You're walking around looking for a bookshelf, which obviously wood biodegrades much faster than stone and things of that nature. But as you're walking around, the earth opens up underneath you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so plus 20.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing. You're able to like backflip out of the danger area and the ground begins collapsing in this area. And you can see what looks like a makeshift stairway that leads down into a dark area below. The stairs are made of skulls and bones and things of that nature, all very clearly elven.
I will stand at the top of the stairs and I will inform everybody else that I have found something. And then we can
I
make
like
the
to
decision.
imagine that nobody else saw the ground fall apart. They just saw you do a backflip and go, "There's something here."
It's like, oh, there's Lothar showing off again.
Athlete.
He
All right,
seems
yeah.
to gleam and shimmer more brightly.
All right, so we gather at the underground
entrance,
staircase.
Yep.
Who's going in first?
I'll go in first.
All right, you go ahead,
kinda-
Lothar.
No. You go ahead. You can.
All right, I'll go.
I may have volunteered too quickly.
Yeah. All right, so I'm walking down the staircase.
All right. Walking
It's
down the
very creepy.
staircase. I do not believe that you have dark vision.
I do, I think. Yeah, I do.
I'm tripping them.
Lucky
You get
for me,
down
I'm very
into
acrobatic.
Oh,
Right.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, then one of y'all go first. Damn it!
All right,
Dang
so
I think Revan kind of walks up to you and be like, "You can see in the dark, right?" Talking to Freeboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like,
okay, then let's go. But I like put my hand out for her to help me down the stairs, being like, "This looks a little risky."
I'm just gonna like for a good 2 seconds kind of look at you and be like,
so yeah,
he has the softest, most pure skin you've ever felt in your life. His nails are perfectly manicured.
Wow.
oh my god, I really need to. How do you get your nails so good?
I
need my
swat her
claws
hand
to
with
look
the
like that.
parasol. Just like,
Unhand me.
Well then.
Just maybe later I'll introduce you to someone that could help you out a little bit. You know, I imagine your hands are very calloused from instrument playing, right?
Yeah, and I have claws.
So I'm like, yeah, no.
Bad idea.
Yeah. So, yeah, what are we looking at as we slowly make our way down? I imagine I'm kind of walking almost like a ballroom entrance, just kind of like with the parasol, kind of looking real tentative, real on guard. I don't think I'm going to be dumb enough to just kind of walk in here like I own the place, though that would typically be the forte, but not here.
This is dirty. So you all get down the stairs, and everyone, actually, Lothar, do you have dark vision? I can't remember.
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
So the two large chiseled Roman gods cannot see what's down here, even though I feel like neither of them will own up to that fact.
Nope.
So the two of you are standing in complete darkness, and you can hear Freeboard and Revan are walking farther down the hallway. Now, Freeboard and Revan, what you see is this very nice art like hallway, and in the walls and things like that, it's like the catacombs in France. It's just like skulls and bones all down this hallway, just stuffed into the dirt and whatnot. And again, very clearly, all of these are elven.
I'm gonna try to take Revan's hand again.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think.
Can anyone read Elven?
I can.
Oh. Then what are you doing?
I'm a little scared. There's a bunch of skulls and shit around me. I'm scared. Okay.
I think Revan kind of sees you going for his hand, and he'll be like lets out a sigh and puts on a very dainty glove, and will then just be like.
and it makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, and then I feel like being like, okay, does anyone know how to read any of this? As I'm just kind of like poking around with the parasol.
Yeah, I speak and read Elvish.
Yeah, imagine if me and Lothar had the night vision, but only you could read Elven. We're just trying to translate.
Looks like this. It's a squiggly.
3.5 squigglies to the second power.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Sounds like trying to read signs over in Korea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For real though.
Yeah.
Dragon,
Looks like a man
sitting down.
Yes, it's always the man sitting down.
That does not look like Kam Samnida. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, what's it say? Is it like worn away? Like what are we?
So this is actually, it leads to the elven treasury of the city. The words in Elven themselves are very welcoming, like, talking about the wealth of the city and, how great and powerful the city is. So it's kind of weird that all of these elven skeletons are smashed into the dirt leading down this hallway.
It's some kind of money room. It says treasury. Treasure. Yeah.
Revan's trying to hide his disdain. Just like, could it possibly say treasury?
Yeah. That's what I said.
And he's like, makes sense to me.
It doesn't really make sense because why are there all these dead bodies?
Peculiar.
Maybe there was a war over the treasure. And
Money.
they died defending it.
Gold. Platinum.
Revan's like, let's stay focused. We don't know if it's been sacked. I mean, obviously, there's been a fight here. It could be empty.
I'm guessing this is our best bet for that urn then. If it's as great as Leilani had said.
It's worth pursuing. So does it give like a direction towards the treasury? Any sort of warning?
It's just one straight hallway, which you've been following. And as you get to the end of it, obviously not just charging in or anything, but when you get to the end of the hallway, you see that it opens up into a massive circular room. There's a staircase that is in front of you that goes down about 50 feet, and then the floor levels out. The circular room ahead of you is 300 feet in diameter or so. And in the center of the room is a pillar that stretches back up for about 30 feet, and sitting atop of it is the urn. And you take one look at it, and it is the most beautiful and amazing piece of artwork you've ever seen.
So wait, it's just this giant pillar in the center of it with the urn on top. You said 300 feet up?
30 feet.
30 feet. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, man. And then, like, what else is around the room? Like, that we can see? Nothing. Just this.
It's completely empty?
Yep.
I think Revan looks at it and goes like, oh, that's worth like 10 bards. Just kind of eyeing it. But I think anyone with half a brain, so half the party, would know that this is going to be trapped.
Half the party would know.
Yeah, meanwhile, while he's... Hey, Lothar, do you think you could backflip up into that thing?
No, Lothar, when she says that, bear in mind, you cannot see anything.
Nope.
Pitch black.
Can we...
Does there look like any torches?
I was going to say, there's no torches up on the walls or anything?
Like something, help me. Walking around blind here.
I got plus wisdom, but I didn't bring a flashlight.
Do I see any like sconces on the wall? Anything with oil or?
Hold on, wait. Actually,
Yes, there are torches that line the walls of this circular room.
Yeah, I think I have thaumaturgy cantrip. Can I light those from a distance?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I just kind of, very daintily flick out like little embers that catch these scones on fire.
By
the way, these were all down the hallway, and I just didn't bother.
Right, yeah. So the circular room is now lit up, and Lothar and Nordic can see what's going on. And as all of these torches light up, the stonework that surrounds the room begins to tremble and shake.
We're not supposed to be here.
Agreed. We should take what we want and leave quickly. So, can I do like a?
Oh,
I am not the person to be checking for traps.
can I just like mage hand it off the thing and bring it down to us?
It's 30 feet.
I was
Wait,
thinking like standing on each other's shoulders.
I'm acrobatic. Can't I just like full on parkour myself up there and grab it?
Sounds like we got a few good ideas here.
Oh,
I kind of like the human pyramid idea.
Does anybody got a bow and arrow?
I do.
Let's mage hand it. It's if we break it, it's worth nothing.
Nope. Let's send it.
No, but I could shoot an arrow up into the ceiling with a rope, and then we could climb the rope up next to it and grab it, and then go back down.
I like that idea.
Obviously, not me and Lothar, because we weigh too much.
I think I'm just gonna have mage hand ready. I'm just kind of like brace of like, all right.
That's what I was thinking too.
Burn itself the trap.
We're gonna have to find out, I bet.
Try and find out, I guess.
Let me just go ahead and tell you all my dastardly plans.
I'm just bringing it up to the group.
This isn't a James Bond movie.
Could be.
All right. So, is it within mage hand distance of 30 feet? If I were to, because it's a 300 diameter room. Jeez.
Oh, we're at the front of it, aren't we? Like we haven't gotten very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 150 feet away from you.
All right. Can I do like a perception check to see if it's like, a normal looking floor, if it looks like pressure plated, any of that? I don't have anything like special for that.
Yeah, you can.
Perception.
You all can try that if you want.
Ooh, 9.
Looks good.
All right. I think. Did anyone else get anything better?
Oh, hold on. I didn't even roll. I'm sorry.
I got a 5.
Evan's like, anyone save me?
I got a 1.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
Great success.
Very nice. So with an 18, you're peering down, looking around. The stairs do not appear trapped, but you do notice there are a few pressure plates on the floor. There are 3 of them, to be exact.
Does he know where they are?
What do these pressure plates do?
You have no idea.
You should go step on one.
Okay, wait.
Bad.
Can I hit one with an arrow to see what happens?
But why would you do that?
All right, yeah, that's probably not.
I mean, if he does it before we notice.
Yeah. I mean, that's up to you. Are you doing it before anybody can stop you?
Do it. Let's jump right in.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Love it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll whatever it says on your character sheet for your bow. Let me bring up your character sheet so I can help you.
I think
Longbow, you get a +7 to your attack roll.
All right. 17 plus 7.
Nice. You hit the pressure plate square center. And for a brief moment, the plate sinks down under the weight of the arrow. And as it does, a platform begins coming out of the pillar, almost like a giant step. But then as soon as the arrow leaves, the pressure plate comes back up and that platform sinks back into the pillar.
okay.
Do it again.
I think the moment I see the arrow get loose, I'm like, you fool! Like, I see that happen and been like,
He's a genius.
I have an idea.
Oh, you have an idea.
Now, while you all are discussing and figuring out what's going on, chat, if you could please, could I get another D20 roll? Exclamation point D20. Thank you, chat. And while we're waiting for that roll, you all may discuss what your next plan is. Matt's out.
Matt's gone. I'm done.
He fell inside the first plate.
He says, I'm out. You all are on your own.
There he is. All right.
So,
Oh, he's back.
I'm guessing, yeah, I'm back. I just had to take a brief pause to think about the decision.
Dramatic effect.
Right. So, do we want to just have one of us go up there and grab it while the other three stand on the pillars?
Well, should we
Okay.
check the other two pressure plates? Because I have a feeling one of them might not be what we want it to be.
Oh, clever.
I'm with Nordic on this one.
When did you get points into wisdom?
Experience. My level 4. All right, so I guess I'll shoot the other two with arrows to see if they do the same thing.
So, for the sake of brevity, yes, you hit with both arrows, and the exact same thing happens. Basically, if 3 people stand on the pressure plates, then it will create 3 platforms, allowing easy access to the urn. Thank you, Tofu Chipmunk, for the roll. And after you finish figuring out what these pressure plates do, remember that rumbling and shaking I was talking about?
Vaguely.
Bursting out from one of the walls on the far side of this chamber is a massive golem made of elven skeletons.
Oh.
Hundreds
Oh, no.
of skeletons all interwoven together to form this Voltron of a skeleton golem.
Does it notice us?
It's in a room that's been empty for 6,000 years.
Maybe, hey, it could be
Okay,
like one of those
okay.
dinosaurs
Hold on.
and it doesn't see us unless we move, okay?
Hold on. Obviously, there was some confusion. So you see this skeleton golem. It lands on the floor. Fire in its eyes points directly at all of you.
Oh, fuck.
Does it see us? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Does it like
So,
say?
Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah, I was like, does it say anything?
So it goes raw, and yes, everyone roll initiative.
Okay. All right, putting that bad boy away.
19.
That die's trying to get me killed.
Yeah, for real though.
18 plus 5.
10.
Yeah. Math.
I have 18.
Okay.
I got a 12 total.
And then, okay, yeah.
All right.
So I got
So
a 23.
Yeah, Norda is going first, followed by Revan, then Freeboard, then the monster thing, then Lothar.
All right. So I'm gonna athletically and acrobatically take my short sword out and jump up to stab him straight through the eyes.
Okay, all right. So leaping off of the thing, go ahead and make an attack roll. I'm gonna say, since technically you are the ammunition, you can choose to either do it strength based or dex based. It's up to you.
Whatever gets you more points.
Yeah, I'm gonna do dex based. So I got a 15 plus 7, 22.
That is a definite hit. So now you're going to roll short sword D6 plus 7.
D6 plus 7.
Yep.
6.
All right. You rolled a 1?
No. 6 and then plus 7. So
Oh, okay. I was going to say. All right. So
was that
13
13?
points of damage. All right. And you are now basically attached to this thing's face with a sword. Next would be Revan. Well, actually, yeah. I'll say that you still have a little bit of movement left, Nordit. So if you want to let go of the sword and kind of back away, you can. Otherwise, you
Okay.
can just hold on for dear life and rodeo this thing.
I'm rodeoing, baby. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So, yeah, next would be Revan.
All right. I'm going to do the very typical warlock thing and cast Eldritch Blast.
All right.
So I forget what Eldritch Blast, if it's like a fireball effect that I'm going to hit Jared, or I haven't played D&D in a while.
It's not like that. It's
I remember it being
you
like
just
magic
roll-
missile, just very like direct.
yeah, you rolled a hit and then you'll do some damage if you hit.
Okay.
So dexterity based, I think.
Oy. Can I use my bardic inspiration I got from earlier
You sure can.
for a D6? Yeah. Sorry.
Eldritch Blast 5e. Let's see.
Right.
A beam of crackling energy streaks towards a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage, plus your charisma modifier because of your invocation that you took.
Yeah. So with the where's the spell modifier? Spell attack bonus is 6.
Yep.
Dang. 15, 18.
That is a hit.
Awesome. I'm actually hitting my shots, people. It's different. We're different this time around.
Don't hit
Apparently
me. I'm
just-
riding this thing.
Just being a ranger just didn't work out for you, I guess.
Right? So that is 14 damage. I got
Wow.
a 10 plus the 4.
Very nice. Yeah, that strikes it true and does quite a bit of damage. I like it.
Awesome. I think that's what how close am I to this thing? Do I still have movement left to like
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can still move down the stairs or run behind everyone.
Yeah. So I cast the Eldritch Blast, looking real fancy while I do it, whipping everywhere. And then while everyone's looking at this, I think I hit it with the Eldritch Blast and run. So I'll get behind everyone else.
Okay. Get out of my way. Move. All right.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Next up
I'm
is
riding
Freeboard.
it with my sword in its eye socket.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass everyone and be like, "All right, you guys next." Yeah, that's it.
Well, because is it my turn or is it?
Yep.
Okay. As a bard, ain't got a whole lot for this, but I'm gonna take out my light crossbow, and because Nordic's basically at the face and stuff, so I'm gonna try to aim lower so I don't accidentally hit him.
Yeah.
Well, I pictured myself like basically, you know how a kid rides on his dad's shoulders, That's kind of like how I am with my legs straddled around his neck and the sword in his eye.
Okay. Well then, yeah, if he's positioned like that, I might try to go for the other eye, like with my crossbow.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
No promises.
Come on, Nat 1. Come on, Nat 1.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. If I do, chat, please help me with the reroll. Alrighty, with That's going to be a 17.
Okay. All right. I'll allow that to hit.
Alrighty. And then 1d8. Wow. A 1. A good old 1.
Yes,
But,
there's my one.
For my bonus action though, I'm gonna shout up to Nordic. It's like, hold on, man! I know you can do it, and give him bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right. Cool. So at this point, this thing's like really upset at this. It's mad. Okay. And it reaches up, and with the roll of roll of 18, but a total of 23, it grabs Nordit, pulls him off of its face, and hurls you back towards the party.
Sweet.
Uh-oh.
I'm not catching him.
Did I yank my sword out on the way?
I'll allow it.
All right.
So it rolled a 4, so it missed everybody else. So Nordit, you hit the wall next to the hallway, taking 14 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And it begins moving closer. It is now starting up the stairway. There is 30 feet of movement between you all and this thing standing on the stairs.
So I will say, hitting it with Eldritch Blast, I reduced the creature's speed by 10 feet. Is that
okay? So it's 40 feet down the stairs.
That a win is a win.
Yep.
It's between us and the tower of the urn, right?
Yes, now it is. It is between you and the tower. Lothar. Lothar. The barbarian. He's like, I gotta get back to my dice.
Yeah. No, my kids are making a bunch of ruckus.
What was that ruckus?
Yeah.
Can you describe the ruckus, sir?
Lincoln logs being beat on a pan.
My favorite.
Yeah. How far is it away from us? The team? You said
40 feet.
40 feet?
Yep. Well, except from Revan, it's 70 feet at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Revan is just like, later, taters. Pew!
Absolutely within his character to do that.
30 feet. I don't have anything. I'm going to try going.
You should rage.
Should I rage?
Yes. Help.
So I
Seeing
will.
your boyfriend get thrown. Rage.
I'll help you out a little bit here and let you know that pretty much everything in this area is made of stone.
Okay.
So you do have the merge with stone ability.
Ooh.
What does that even mean?
It basically lets him pass without trace once per long rest. But you could use it for movement. Like you could go down into the stone and come out like behind the creature.
Oh, sick.
I like
Yeah.
it.
I think I'm going to do that. Going down. Right to his side, on his left side.
Okay.
And I'm going to try giving her all I got.
All right. So since at this point, basically you are now flanking the creature with the rest of the party because I'm cool like that. You can roll your attack with advantage. So you're going to roll it twice and take the higher of the two.
Okay.
I'm waiting for like a 2 and a 3.
1 and 1.
Ooh. Why? A 4 is the first one.
Come on, fingers crossed.
17's the second one.
Yes.
Okay, that is a hit. So now
Hell yeah.
go ahead and roll up your damage.
And that one is
Oh, it didn't equip your axe. So it's going to be a D10 for damage plus.
I rolled a
9.
2. 11.
D10 plus 9. So 11 damage.
Yep, I rolled a 2 and I got so it's 11.
Perfect. All right. Now you have used your movement and your attack, and so we are going to go back to Nordit.
Wow, I want my sword.
Let's see. I'm gonna use my longbow
Okay.
and go for the jugular. The skeleton jugular to try to sever his head from his body.
Okay. All right. You get advantage because Lothar is flanking.
Sweet.
So you get to roll twice. Take the higher of the two rolls.
17's the first one.
Okay.
Come on, 20. 1.
12's the next one. So 17.
All right. 17 plus 7. Yeah, that's what, 24? That's a hit.
Yeah.
It cracks off a huge chunk of the neck, but it doesn't sever all the way through. But its head is definitely off to the side now.
Okay.
It's like a tree that's trying to fall. So go ahead and roll your damage. Let me know what that is. And our
10, right?
next. Oh, and then what are you doing with your movement?
Sorry.
Movement. I guess I'll just move up closer to give Lothar backup.
Okay. I like that.
Go to his other side.
Yeah, I'll go to the right side. If I can even go that far.
Not too close, though.
Yeah, I'll say you get down there. You're able to do that.
Okay. And then I rolled a D10 for the damage.
Let me get your character sheet here. D10 longbow. It's a D8.
Oh, D8.
You're going to roll a D8 plus 5.
So 9.
Perfect. All right, this thing's looking a little worse for wear at this point. Still fighting, though. Still angry. Revan, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast Enthrall on the golem.
Okay.
Yes.
So you weave a string of words causing a creature of your choice that you can see within range that can hear you to make a wisdom saving throw. Any creature that is charmed will stop fighting, essentially.
All right, so it rolled a 13.
Could have done that before I lost 14 damage.
Well, maybe if you didn't run in there and jump on it.
What is your spell save DC?
14.
It failed by 1 point.
Yeah, so on a failed save, the target has disadvantage on wisdom checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends or until the target can no longer see you. The spell ends if you are incapacitated. And it says that it's charmed. So I'm guessing... How am I charming this thing? Is there mayhaps an elven skull near me?
Yes, there are many.
I think I'd pick up the skull and make it talk.
Wow.
Just look at here, Gollum. Papa, stop attacking.
Oh my god.
And I think out the side I whisper, Freeboard, grab the vase. The urn. Let's go. I'm just clapping this thing.
It leans down so it can get a better look at the skull. And as you're waving it around, you can see it's like following it back and forth. Completely enthralled.
It's so long, like 6,000 years.
Release us!
Papa. So what's everybody doing?
I slip past them.
He
so
can't
that-
see anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
So
He can only see me.
I'm gonna kind of like start heading towards the pillar thing with the urn and be like, Lothar, Nordic, like, come on, like, I need you guys to like go on the pressure plate so I can get up there.
I go running towards the pressure plate. Yeah.
I'll run to the other pressure plate to get a second stairwell thing out.
I'm now doing a little dance with the skull.
Oh my gosh. So at this point, Freeboard, you are super close. I need you to roll either athletics to climb or acrobatics to try and use your cat-like wiles to get up there.
Or maybe a mage hand.
You said, oh yeah, dude. Well, I'm already like adrenaline pumping. I just went for it. So let's see. I do have cat claws, so my climbing speed is of 20 feet. I don't really know how that would apply in this situation, but I don't know. But so you said acrobatics or athletics, you said? I'm going with acrobatics, apparently. Never mind. Screw that other one. Woo.
Yeah, talk it through.
Yeah. 21.
Perfect. You scale this pillar and you are now standing next to this urn. It is approximately 2 feet tall and about a foot wide. It appears to be made of pure gold, and it's like all of the art that's on it and all of the runes and everything is all different types of precious metals, from platinum to electrum. It's very, very, very beautiful.
I'm just gonna snatch it up. Like in my mind, we ain't got time to admire it, so I'm just snatching it
All
up
right.
and going.
You go to snatch it up and realize that this thing weighs probably 600 pounds.
I can't move it. It's really heavy, guys.
Tie a rope to it.
All right, hold on. Ooh.
Lift with your back. In a twisting, jerking motion.
Bar disability.
I don't have any rope. Can you throw some?
Nope.
What's a cartographer?
A map maker.
That doesn't help.
Oh wait. I have costumes. I'm gonna tie them together and onto this thing. So, if the DM will allow that.
Yeah.
All right. So I just start. Apparently, I have three costumes on me.
I can grapple up there. No big deal if I wanted
What was
to.
that?
I could try grappling up there to help you.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah. I'm gonna start tying these, but definitely Come up here and help, please.
I think I'm gonna try to lure him to stand on the third pressure plate in a minute, just so you know. I think I'm kind of like rotating that way, even though I don't want to act completely out of turn. But I'm gonna walk him over.
Yeah, you're slowly like luring this thing over.
What if he lures the skeleton creature that we haven't killed yet under, like next to the pillar, and use the rope to pull the urn that weighs 600 pounds and it falls on top of his head, cushions the urn so it doesn't damage the urn, but could also possibly kill him?
Oh, I'm so
Sounds
worried
good to
about.
me. No, he popped off.
I like how randomly Matt drops. It's always,
Yeah.
it's always in such a weird time. It's like, I'm so nervous. I'm out.
I think the computer can tell. It's like, oh yeah, let's give you a break for a second. You're talking with skulls again. Why does this always happen?
Right? Every time. So Freeboard, you managed to get this makeshift rope tied around the urn. Who are you tossing it down to? Nordit or Lothar?
Well, I didn't know if Lothar was coming up with me, but since
If
Nordic
it's
is the one
side, I'm not coming up.
not coming, okay. Then I'm probably tossing it to Nordic just because of what he said just now about the plan. And I'm like, I toss it, and I'm like,
Right.
let's do it. Like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Nordit, you have the end of the rope. Revan, you lure the skeleton underneath. So Nordit, at this point, I need you to make a strength check to try and pull this thing down. Freeboard, if you want to help, like by pushing, then I will give advantage to Nordit.
Oh yeah, I'm all of my weight is into this thing right now.
All right.
Okay.
So what do I roll?
So you're going to do D20 twice and take the higher number. And then you're going to add in your strength modifier, which is +2.
Well, the first one was a 2.
Don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration, by the way.
20.
Oh, let's go! Let's
Nice.
go!
Perfect. You are able to use this makeshift rope to pull the urn off of the shelf with Freeboard's help. It slams down on the skeleton, throwing bone shrapnel everywhere. And the urn lands on its side on the ground. The lid pops off, and you see very fine sand-like, like the size of sand, but it's lead, begins pouring out of the urn onto the floor.
I quickly pick it all back up, shove it back in, and put the cap on it.
I'm gonna start heading down off of that pillar.
Okay.
Is the
you
creature
all are
dead?
able to- It is, yes. The skeleton is much dead.
I think as I see it start to explode into splinters, I just like drop the skull and hold up the paracel to not get splattered. I'm just like, okay. Good job, everybody. Let's go. And that's how you do a performance, Freeboard.
Rude.
So with everyone's combined assistance, you are able to get this urn back to Might Dale. Are you just gonna like march right on through the front door of this tavern with this urn, or
Can we look in the urn though? Like, is it just lead? Like, I'm curious. You know.
There's something hidden.
Yeah.
So taking the lid off of it, you see it's like full all the way to the brim with this lead sand.
Can I stick my hand in it and like kind of move it around, see if there's anything in the middle? like
sticking
a
sticking your
cat.
hand down in there and like feeling down closer and everything. You feel fingers.
Ugh.
It was like, ugh, and I immediately moved my hand out of it. There's a hand in there. There's a hand. I felt the fingers.
Yeah, you just put your hand in there.
No,
What is-
there was another
what's up
hand.
with you and
Like-
touching hands.
There's another hand in there. It wasn't mine.
Yeah, that's what it was too. It wasn't just like you didn't just touch fingers. It was like you somehow missed and like
Was it like a bony hand? A fleshy hand?
A sandy hand.
Fleshy. I think it was fleshy. I don't want to double check though.
The lead kept it in perfect condition, as if it was just cut off.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna put the lid back on it.
I mean,
Unless anybody else wants the weird hand.
I'm putting my hand in it. I want to feel it. And I want to pull. So I'm going to try pulling it out.
Oh, okay. All right. So you
He
reach
just pulls
down
out
in
like
there
this.
and you find the hand like digging out a prize in the cereal box. And you like pull out this cold, clammy, skeletal hand. The flesh is still very well preserved on it, but it's definitely like very bony and just very thin.
kind of like spare ribs that are good, like well cooked, but a little bit loose from the flesh.
Gosh, what is this Lord Velsis into?
Any rings on the hand? Do I see any rings? Dropping it right back in. Nope.
Now, because it's not sand, it's like lead beads. You throw it down on the lead, and it just like sinks down in slowly, like quicksand. It's like
Yeah. No, let's just bring this thing back. Mm-mm.
Okay, so I mean, Freeboard, this was your mission from the start. Do you want to bring this straight to what is unarguably, I guess, a very bad, incestuous man? Or do we want to take this maybe somewhere that would be more appreciated? I know you're enamored with the young woman's beauty of the bard, but
Leilani.
forgot her name.
He has a name,
Yeah.
and so does her sister.
I mean, my biggest thing is getting Leilani's freedom. What we do after,
Yeah. I will say it's negotiable price, right? Not anything about Leilani at all, but this is worth a few Leilanis, in my opinion. So we can get a little bit more bang for our buck.
well, Nordit already negotiated the sister.
Good for him.
I mean,
Damn
none
right.
of us have negotiated with the Lord.
yes, if you, being a noble, because I doubt Lord Velis is going to really listen to a Tabaxi bard. If you want to negotiate with him over this, perfectly fine. However, Leilani has to have her freedom.
I think going into this, we bring Leilani with us to Lord Velis. Yeah, Velis's estate, and we negotiate on part of my house. More negotiating power. Leilani's freedom could get traded to my house, and I suppose we could free her, or at least lighten her indentured.
Free, Revan, free.
Very well. I mean, she was able to do what she wanted to do. Just, sometimes belonging to a house is a privilege.
Revan,
I believe that's how Revan actually sees it. Like, belonging to a house is like a higher calling of like, this is not a bad thing, but if it's what she wants at the end of the day, not everyone has the best decision-making skills. I do believe
action.
Yeah, I do believe negotiating upon House Bright with House Velis is our best bargaining chance. To maybe get more than just Lilani, maybe we could set up Lilani to have a more comfortable life than she came in with. That sounds nice, right?
I like this, yes.
Rubbing hands together. Yeah.
And then, of course, so you go with, Leilani kind of made an agreement with Nordic, with, the whole sister. And then maybe for Lothar, get him some coin. He did some earthy magic that helped us out.
House Bright is, if anything, fair. Everyone will receive due pay. But this was a House Bright operation, and their name will receive credit for it. All I'm saying.
All is fair. All is good.
Yeah. Definitely bolstering the name of the house more than anything is what Revan's going for.
All right. Well, then.
All right. So I think we're doing that. We're meeting up with Alani, getting together, and forming like an entourage to set up a deal. I think I'm going to send. I probably have people in employ that I'll send and set up a meet with Velis, so we have a full-on, above-board trade. It's all very what he would be used to. Yeah. Do I have any advisors that would let me know how Velis usually acts in these proceedings?
So pretty much how things work in this city is like you just kind of show up at their front door with the item.
Okay.
It usually goes pretty quick that way.
All right.
So the question is, are you bringing Lilani, or are you just going to leave her out of it for right now?
I think we're bringing her, right? What?
Yeah, I think everyone's down to bring her.
What'd you say?
Yeah, and her sister.
The sister has to come. I will steal her.
Are you guys competing for the sister?
Oh yeah. Kidding me?
We're competing for the sister. So I will say you all gather up Lilani. You head to Lord Velis's manor, which, this stupid urn is starting to get real heavy at this point. But you all reach very easily. The guards are like, oh yeah, we know what's up. Come on. And they take you in to see Lord Velis himself. Now, as you're being escorted through the manor, you see that there's like tons of like alchemist tables all over the place, bubbling beakers and vials and everything. Just like all kinds of crazy stuff like that. The guards offer to take the urn for you if you would like.
No.
Hell no.
Don't let him touch it. Don't even let him look at it.
No, we intend not to have it trade, before the trade is made. We'll hold on to it. It'll be safe with us. It's made it this far.
All right. Fair enough. They lead you in, and you are basically in a large dining room, and Velis is kind of sitting at the end of the table, stuffing his face with tomatoes and other, things that normal folk don't get to eat. And as you all bring the urn in, he stops eating for a moment. He's, very Lord of the Rings style. He's got like the tomato juice running down his mouth and everything. And he's like, "You have collected the urn."
Indeed.
I did not think that anyone would be able to obtain that.
Let me introduce myself first. Revan Bright of the Bright family. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
The who?
Oof.
Regardless, what is your price?
Well, we have some negotiating. First and foremost is a bard under your indentured that we would like traded to our house of House Bright.
Free.
To begin with.
Freed.
Kind of pushes behind me like.
I'm listening.
The sister's not even in their employ. As well as, this thing is of substantial weight, worth more than its weight in platinum. A one-of-a-kind relic, 6,000 years old. Really selling this thing. Can I try to do a check to see how much I can get for this?
Sure.
What am I rolling? Persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
1.
Yeah. 20, not nat.
Well, I suppose for the urn, since you brought it to me in complete order, not broken, not damaged in any way, not scratched, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I will pay you 500 gold each. And I will release whatever the creature is you were speaking of.
Leilani.
Yes.
She's like poking over my shoulder. Like...
I will release the Leilani, whatever that is.
I can get 90 gold in a night in a drinking game. 500 ain't enough.
I'm sitting here like, oh my god, why didn't I come alone? Yeah. I rolled a 20 on that. That was pretty good. That's about. Yeah. Okay.
500 is a really good amount in this world.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure,
I'll settle.
Yeah, well, I believe that is more fair, and I go to shake his hand. And then
You reach out to shake his hand and realize that he is actually missing that hand.
Freeborn's already shook his hand.
Yeah. Interlaced. Oh.
Yeah, I think I kind of do like a quick turn to look at the rest of the party, like, oh damn, like what are we gonna do? Like, definitely not something I was expecting.
One of his
what happened to your hand?
One of his guards comes in and puts a large burlap satchel of gold down on the table. It actually has quite a bit more, by your ear guessing, more than 500 gold apiece. And as he does so, the other guards start to come in, and they're trying to like lift the urn. But they're like, oh, help!
If we can help these
hey,
two,
you there, and he's pointing at Nordit. He's like, can you help me?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay. We just need to take it across the hall to his trophy room.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to tag along with. I'll be like, well, it was good making business with you. Lothar, grab the bag full of gold.
Definitely taking the gold.
Yeah. And then I think with
you
Nordic,
go to pick that up, and it's definitely hefty. Like it's got some heft to it. And Velis says, "Now, I trust that with what is in there is more than fair payment per our agreement, as well as a little extra to keep this between us."
Of course. We're all professionals here. It goes without saying.
Wonderful. I wish you a happy evening and many drinks and much honor to your house. And he
And to yours
sits
as well.
back down to go back to eating.
I think I'm gonna, Sarah, because this is your game normally. How do you feel about getting a bag and scooping it up with some lead with it and taking the hand with you for further use?
I mean, I don't mind, but
Still surrounded with the lead and all of that business.
well, like once we go, well,
Because the deal was for the urn, not its contents. The contents still belong to us.
He's got a point.
I think could be handy. Great. I think in the sense of like if Revan is kind of like hashing it out in that way towards like Freeboard, then I could kind of see it. But Freeboard alone is just really just thinking about Leilani and freeing her, and it like doesn't give like any interest with this hand. But like as you're kind of explaining that, I'm like, you are right. This does seem a little odd. He has his urn. Didn't say anything about the inside. So,
Well, if I'm helping transport the urn with the guards, I could take the hand.
And I'm with you as well, like walking with you, being like, oh yeah, like if you carry it kind of with your shoulder, like just kind of talking and walking, looking at Nodar, like,
yeah,
hand, grab some.
You could distract them while I take it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like, when we walk into the trophy room, is there a skull?
So walking into the trophy room, you see that there's about 8 guards, all like full on armored up. They've got halberds, all that good stuff. And you see that there is a spot open for the urn, specifically for the urn. And the guard kind of shuffles it over towards there, and he says, "Oh, okay, sir. We just put it down here."
All right. Freeboard, how about tipping these gentlemen with a performance?
yeah, you know what? Yeah, all you guys.
If you guys have not heard of the Freeboard, the one and only, you're in for a treat.
Of course, of course. And I'm gonna kind of like, because we're over like near the urn, and I'm gonna walk over towards the door to like bring everybody's attention towards me.
That's
and away
right.
from
Get
the
the
urn.
good lighting.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll performance.
Alrighty. Taking out my ukulele. Can I do so?
A handsome reward.
Handsome.
Let's go. That is 22.
All right. You are succeeding in distracting all those guards. And as the urn hits the spot, Nordit reaches in to try and scoop out the hand with, the however you're doing it with the bag or whatever have you. And as soon as Freeboard begins to play, the urn, the hand, and Nordit all vanish from existence.
Did you really do that to us?
That's what you get, Smith. Yeah, I think Oh God, I think Revan's seeing that. Does Freeboard see it? Does Lothar see it?
Oh yeah,
Do I see it? Everyone
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh.
everyone but the guard saw it.
Yeah, I'm like playing like, and then I continue singing.
No. So, God, I don't think there's anything we could do.
Leilani leans over to Revan and Lothar because you two are kind of close to each other, and she goes, "I think we should probably get out of here."
Yeah, seconded. Like, let's go. By the way, you're free. Just kind of like pushes her back by the forehead. Just kind of like, okay, like you leaned in too close. All right, and then like mid-performance, we're kind of walking through the doorway that she's performing at, be like, time to go, and like grabbing her with the collar.
like still playing, being dragged down the hall. Perfect.
If you want to see more, go to the tavern and see her play. Like, just
I'm usually
So
at
you
6
all-
and 7s.
Okay, you all are heading to the 6 and 7s now as quickly as possible. Nordit, you find yourself in a vast, empty room that's barely lit by torches. There's gold coins and gold like candelabras and just treasure everywhere in this room as you finish scooping the hand out. Behind you, you hear a voice say, "Well, I wasn't expecting a guest to come with it." And turning around, you see Lord Velis.
Oh shit.
Without a hand.
Without his hand, yes.
And I'm holding his hand in my hand.
You're holding
That-
hands.
that item that you hold, I want that item. I could care less about the urn if you would like to exchange, but I want that hand.
What's so special about this hand?
I don't have one.
So if I get the urn and you get the hand, it's a square deal.
Absolutely. You can take whatever else you wish from this throne room. I have more than just material properties. I could give you land. I could give you titles. People. I have many things at my disposal.
I want my own castle on the largest piece of land you can offer me, and 100 guards of my own to help me bring all of this gold to my castle and the urn.
He reaches out the one hand he does have to take the hand from you. It shall be done immediately. I look forward to an alliance between our great houses.
The man doesn't even have a house. What the
I have a castle now.
What's the name of your house?
House
betrayal?
House Nordic.
Love it.
I hate it.
I hate it with every fiber of my being.
So I take the urn and it says I have vehicles. I'm just going to go ahead and bring like one of those massive trucks and load all of the gold, all of the urns. All the guards are going to help me load it. And then they're going to protect me on our way to my castle.
All right. So as you head out, the rest of the group arrives at the 6s and 7s. Music playing just perfect. Everything's going great. There's sweet smells of desserts baking inside. Everything has come up in aces. Meanwhile, in the now empty treasure room of Lord Velis, he puts the hand against his stump, which begins to weld itself on, and the fingers become active, and he makes a fist. Yes. Soon, Might and Dale will be mine. And that is where we will end this episode. Thank you to the players for joining us. Thank you to the lovely chat for all of your roles. We love everybody for joining us today. What a splendid campaign. Thank you very, very much, everybody. We will see you all next time. Don't forget to listen to our little outro here because you get to hear an amazing song that never changes. And it's performed by our amazing bard herself, Freeboard. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
I've heard tell of the finest ale called Hairy Nipples. One sip of it makes your vision go into triples. It'll make you dance and sing like all of us bards, and get you in trouble with most of the guards. It's mixed with hair from our finest bartender, and all the hops will send you on a far bender. Grab some hairy nipples and take that first sip, 'cause it will surely have you on a wild trip.